Alright guys, so we're going to do some kennel training with Bug here. She has had extensive kennel training and the free shaping consistency in smaller kennels. But this will be our first lesson out here in the garage, out in the shop, with a bigger kennel that has a divider in it. So she still only has about a foot of real estate in there, but it's much higher. And we just got done with her brother's training session. He's in that kennel over there. So if it gets a little bit loud, he's just working on how to calm himself down. So with free shaping, remember, this first time she investigates anything about it, I'm going to mark it and then pay inside the kennel. Good. Good. So that makes sure that she knows that the kennel is the productive thing. Break! She just got done sniffing all over here for a few minutes. And then once she puts herself back over there towards her kennel, even if it's halfway, you can go ahead and reward for that. And then make her go all the way. So watch this. So she gets over there towards it, and I toss it in, so that way she knows it's inside the kennel that's important. Good girl. Good. Even if she touches it and comes back out for now, it's okay. Very good. And then she puts herself all the way inside there. That's awesome. There's more in there. Good. I want to see what she does. She's sniffing around. She sits and looks at me. Great job, girl. Reload. Click and pay. Give her that release. Break. Good girl. Pew. She can chase that kibble down and go get it. And now we reset for another drill. So I'm just going to stand here. I could have rewarded that, but I wanted her to actually go inside now to get the reward. So we're adding a little bit of criteria here. Take that. She was sniffing in there. Break. Good girl. All right, no treat now when she comes out. The reason is I want her to make sure she knows that the reinforcement's going to come from going in there. If I keep making treats out here happen, she might diminish wanting to go into the kennel because she's like, well, I can get treats out here too. I want it to be treats and food happen inside the kennel. And a lot of this free shaping is just kind of patience and waiting to see what she's getting into. Brother's digging inside his kennel there. She's sniffing underneath the fridge. But that's not going to get her paid. That's not going to get her what she wants. Only I can, and that's what I want her to do. And she knows this too. But we're trying to add value to the kennel right now. If we don't ever do this, we're not adding value to the kennel, and she's not going to want to go in there. Dogs inherently are pretty neutral to the kennel, but we want to build a positive relationship with the kennel. No, Bug, leave your brother alone. Come on, you almost got it. I'm pushing the bounds now. I want her to get inside the kennel before she gets that first treat. Very nice. And I'll keep reloading her. Good. So this helps if you minimize distractions during this drill. I have the other puppy rush out here, but that's a lot. That's a lot for her. If you have other dogs, if you have kids, like try to do these sessions maybe in a quieter environment at the beginning to set you up for success. But we're trying to proof this too now. Break. So we're adding a little bit of complexity to the environment. But if you have toys out, if you have, obviously, God forbid, other food out, we don't want that because I don't want her getting reinforcement from anything else. But if she were to try and run outside right now or run over there and mess around with brother, I will either use the leash to call her off that or redirect her with my voice. But right now she's kind of leaving it on her own, so I'm just waiting to see what she does. And just observing how my puppy thinks. How do they learn? Because she's very smart. Very good. That's a good girl. So as soon as they get in there, we click them, we treat them, deepen that relationship and that correlation with the kennel. Now remember, this is free shaping, so I'm not giving her commands right now. I'm not giving her consequences right now. I'm trying to set her up for success. So I know that was a few seconds inside the kennel now before she comes out on her own. If I get one more eye contact, I'll reward it. And then I'm going to give her that release command, so break. So that way she doesn't mess up. If I try to just get her to go in there and stay for 5 minutes during free shaping, that's not the intention of this session. The intention of this session is to just get positive association with that and minimize distraction elsewhere. But if I lose her attention, she's over there kind of messing around, trying to chew on the turf over here, then bug, 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 bug. Good girl. Try to get her back into the arena, if you will. But every puppy's attention span is a little bit different based on where you're at with complexity. She smells the bin of food up here, that's fine. It's okay if you smell it. It's okay if you're frustrated. The only way you get it is by going inside there. She's throwing a temper tantrum because she wants the bin of food that's up there. But that's not how you get it. You get it from going inside the kennel because it's actually in my treat pouch. I'm just reloading from up there. If it's too detrimental for your pup though, take that bin and put it elsewhere. But I want them to know that I have food on me. I want them to know that there's food there eventually, right? And they can still accomplish the task. But if we lose their attention span, some things you can do is bug, 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 bug. You can kind of close the distance. Or worst case scenario, if you're losing them and you haven't ended the session with a positive rep, we can always lower that criteria down and reward them for it. Good girl. Bug, 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 bug. So I'm going to help her out a little bit. Toss those treats in there. Good girl. And now I'm going to give her several in a row. And we're going to end the session there because we're losing her. So that was about your average free shaping session. And we'll go over the difference of, okay, well now we're going to put the obedience on her. Put some structure on this drill, which is the next step of advancement. Break. Good girl. Break. Good girl.